Hi guys, so there won't be any introduction in this video. After having said that, without further ado, let's get started. So we're gonna use Photopea like last time. So all the layers that I had before, I just lost them, so I need to make a new project. But this time I'll show you how to produce the NFTs. So you organize the layer, you make one layer of each type, you make the folder variation, download the software, organize the folder in VS Code, and launch the NFT production cycle. So you'll be able to create your collection actually after having used that software. But first I need to make those layers again. So there will be chapters. You can jump straight away to the chapter concerning what you want to do. So I'm not gonna really explain you the details on how I'm making those layers, because there's another video, the part 1, telling you how to make those layers, but I'm going to try to make it as quick as possible. So here I'm going to just create a new project on Photopea, put change the width 512 and the height for 345, 72 dpi. And now here we have our frame. It's an empty frame. Just going to fill it a bit. Let's just take the color picker, add the color in it. Alright, this one we got it. Let's just unlock this layer, create a new layer. So this is how it's going to be organized. There would be a background, the terrain, plants, and the sky. So we're just gonna make a quick weird garden. It won't be perfect, but it will be just showing you how to make your NFT, how to organize your layers. And after, for the creative part, I believe that part of you there are people who are better than me at that, for sure. And it takes more time actually to prepare your layers and producing the NFT. Here we are. So let's make this one the terrain. Let's just draw quickly. Just a line, curvy line. Doesn't have to be perfect. That's good. So no, let's get rid of this feeling. Change the color, give it a ground color, like brownish. Alright, let's make this line a bit thicker. Raterize. Let's fill this part. So as you can see, it's not really perfect. I'm just gonna try to fill those gaps. You can deliver it like that also, it depends what's your concept. But I'm just gonna try to fill those gaps very quickly using one of the features of Photopeas, in which you can actually fill the content using just let me show you. I don't know if it's gonna come. No, it's not here. Yes, fill. So you fill this area, content aware, and you just press OK. Okay, it's not all filled, but I did it a bit quickly. So let's just make it a little bit better here. We just do the same process. Good. So you need a good computer to use this feature, because it's gonna be actually using more CPUs. So just make sure you have the right computer for that. Otherwise, it's not gonna work. You will need just to use a pen or something to draw above it to fill those gaps. That's good. Here. So I find it a bit quicker than using just a brush. I just wanted to show you something different from the last video, so you can still discover a little bit more about this software, open source software. Here we are. So this is filled. There's a little small one here. That's good. So now let's do the plants. I'm not going to draw plants. I'm just going to use the existing shapes. And from those shapes, I'm just going to place them randomly. Let's be creative and see what we can place as a shape. What looks like a plant? No. This one here, maybe. This tree, like a Christmas tree. Okay. What else can we use? Let's use this one. That's good. And the star here. Okay, and use those clouds. It's cloud, but let's say it's like a bush. Let's fill those with some colors. Okay, we'll be able to reproduce this one. Let's duplicate it. The same for that one. Good. Okay. So just to let you know, this is not prepared in advance. I'm doing it like a freestyle stuff, so I hope that you're gonna appreciate it. So this is done. Yeah, let's put it here. Or here maybe. Okay, we have our trees. Let's put this one here. Let me reverse it on the other side, maybe. Make it smaller. Let's put it here for the moment. No. Just some random shapes. Like that. For sure it doesn't exist in the real life. Just making something, you have to be very creative. Like that. So that's good. Okay. just duplicate it. So I have some other configurations. This one here, for example. Let's leave it here for the moment. Here maybe, the middle. This one, let's make it bigger this time. Here, yes, something like that. Something impossible. Perfect. I mean, it's not perfect, but still, let's turn it a bit. Okay. This one here. Let's move the bush. Let's turn it. Okay, let's put it here. Good. Okay, we have our two different configurations. Okay. Let's give it a name, plants. Number 2. Let's see how we can make this guy. So we're almost done with those little layers. After we're just gonna have some variations in the color, like the color scheme. And after we're just gonna put them in a folder, different folders, and we're gonna export them. Shall I draw something? Shall I just grab a shape? Let me see. Let's add a layer for that. Let's just make some clouds using the shapes. It's gonna look like a cloud at the end. That's it. Let's merge those layers. We get our cloud. It's factorized. Okay. Oh, I just need to maybe merge them before. Try this. So this is the same group. Okay. Merge and move. Should I do the same with the other ones? Okay. Now merge. On that one same. and we merge it. We have our 3 clouds. Let's just name them. So I put them together. I'm just making it simple, and I'm gonna change the colors later on. That's the sky. So let's go to this website and Splash, and let's just find a tree. I'm just typing some keyword to just get some random skies, trees, just to have some material to work with, to mix drawing and photography together. Just to have a little bit of variation in our NFTs, because if you don't have enough layers, it's not gonna actually produce many NFTs, many pictures. So we need to have you need to develop a little bit more your creation, to have more layers, more variations, more items, in order to be able to have more possibilities in terms of combinations. This one here, just let me get the tree, and here the clouds, be able to get those. I'm just changing the size to make it easy to work with. Okay, actually when it's small, it's easier for the software to handle it. I mean, for my computer, let's say. Also, it's already the same size as our base canvas. I'm gonna use this guy. This one looks nice. Let's put it here. Let's call it Sky 2. Let's give it a rename, Sky Red. Sky Draw Blue. Plant, Messy Green. Plants, messy, weird, green. See it. So this one we got it. I'm just gonna quickly change the color, very quickly. So there's better ways to do everything I'm doing now. This is just a quick look at the software, and also for people who haven't seen the video before, and also to just show you how quick you can make it if you don't have time for those details and you just want to train yourself and make your first NFT. And after, the next ones can be a little bit more studied, work on the details, and maybe have something with utility, because it's more about the plan that you put around your NFT that is going to make it work, your strategy. And you have to be very good at marketing, because that's the first skill before even being able to use the software or to use Photopea to produce those images. You might need to actually hire people in your team handling these marketing and social networks. You have to do some giveaways, etc. You have to create a community around your NFT. Here we are. Let's change this one also. What do I prefer? Orange? I have red already, no? Orange, let's do something like that. So we have a nice panel of skies. We're gonna see how we're gonna incorporate them. We're gonna make them look, have all the drawings on top of it. Because you see now it's not gonna work if you put this sky layer on the foreground, because we can't see what's the other layers. So we might need to reorganize it. You see how we planned before? There's the background, and after there is the terrain, the plants, and the sky. But we might need to shuffle those layers in order to get something that we can see. So here, let's move this plant. Oh, that's not the right one, so just let me fix this. No, I can't see anything. Just let's see here. There's this little pixel. Okay, that's good. Yes, that's what we want. But I need to delete just the corner. Here, here, here. Almost. Choose the little pen. Good. Just getting rid of everything around to get this tree by itself. Nothing else. Yes, here we got it. Let's go. Okay. So put it in the middle. Let's clean it a bit. Very quickly. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's just to show you very quickly. Here, and that's it. Good. I'm just gonna try to see if I can get some different colors of it, but I don't think so, because it's white. I'm not gonna bother, I'm just gonna keep it white like that. Okay, place it in the middle. Yeah, good. Let's give it a name. So let's call it plant, even more weird. That's good. Now let's see if we can organize our folders. Just duplicate a little bit more and get some extra colors. duplicate this one, change the color. This is a nice color. Good. Here, change this one. Maybe a rainy color. Good. So now we got it. A tree. Just duplicate those. Just provide some extra colors also. So you can use this fill feature, or you can just rasterize. So I'm just using the fill feature while it's an object. Messy yellow. Plants, messy yellow, this one. This one, let's see, let's change the color for something more reddish, orange, brownish, but very clear. I'm gonna call it messy plants, messy light brown. Why not? Good. That's good. So I'm not gonna accelerate the video. I just want you to see it how I'm doing it slowly. I'm trying to be quick, but that's how you have to do it. And it takes more time than this. Actually, it won't take 20 or 30 minutes. It will take you. I mean, you need to organize a day or a week. I mean, to be able to have something that you're happy with, even a month, if it's a very serious project. So this one, plants messy weird violet, and just jump to the other chapters if you want to see some other chapters. But here we're just gonna, I'm gonna show you how to organize those layers, and it's always good to see how other people do, even if it is not perfect. I'm just trying to make something a bit funny, and at the end you'll see how the NFT will look like. It's pretty, I think it's gonna be always nice, because you'll be proud actually to have done all this by yourself, even if it is not a Picasso drawing or something like that, but still. So Terran pink, Terran brown, and just going like that. Oh, here we keep going. Good, Terran blue. So I'm doing this while drinking a bit of tea. So I'm just using one hand to do those changes. Right, so sometimes you hear me having a sip. Sorry about that. But okay, I've duplicated those backgrounds. We're just going to give them different colors. Good. green. Let's go green flash. This one is the background. I don't know. Night blue. Night sky. Let's go night sky. This one. It's background. It's not yellow. It's a red background before. Yellow drawing. It's okay. I'll do it later. Here. Let's give it a purplish. Almost grey. It's a grey. I'm just gonna call it grey. Background grey. Grey tired. Like a sick grey. And here, let's put a bit of fire in this sky. It's still very light. How are we gonna call this one? Background pastel. I think it's good. This pastel. And this one is black. Let's make it black. Okay. Block. No, black. Okay, that's good. And the last one. Last one, I just get rid of it because we have enough of those background layers. I'll put in a folder. I'm gonna call this folder background. So the background is done. Let's go to the terrain now. Beam. So you just press shift if you want to get all the layers together. And if you want to pick your layers, you press control. And at the same time you click on the layers that you want to get. Okay, let's do the plants. Put them all in a folder. I don't know, plants. We call it plant. Because I didn't put any S in backgrounds or terrains, but I don't know. I should call it plants or plant. Okay, it doesn't matter. Let's put S everywhere. Sorry about that. No, let's get rid of those S's and just gonna leave it like that. Good. Let's keep going and change those layer names. So this is plant. Just getting rid of those S's. Plant, and the last one. That's good. And let's just put them together. So you press. Just let's see how they look like. Here. There's another one here also. So I use the shift to get them all in once. Created a folder after my selection and rename the folder plant. Shift. Oh, not the sky. Yes. Let's get them all. Let's see if we have to. I might put those. I don't know, because they're getting. They're in the foreground. It's a bit of trouble to have them in front. So I'm gonna see where I'm gonna put those layers actually. You see how it is? So I might move them a bit. No, like that? No, it doesn't. Let's put it back. Maybe. Maybe, let's see. No, put it back as it was. And I just need this background to be behind the terrain, not in front. So this is where it should be. But after I'm going to move it, I'm just going to move them at the same level. You can see whenever I click in one, I can see how it looks. So this is because I clicked the option on the top left, which is called the transform control. So using that option, you can change the size of the layer and you can move it around whenever you select it. That's good. Sky red, let's move it. Even if we don't show it, that's good. They're all at the same level. Good. Sky. I just need to see how I'm gonna organize it. Let's create sky top. So that's the one on the foreground, not the sky on the foreground actually. Just gonna give it the right name, so it has the same name somehow. Let's reference with this folder. Sky top. So this might change, but you just find the right configuration. Make sure that here you have the layer in the proper order. Sky back, yeah. The sky in the background, and I'm gonna just move that folder. Maybe just before the terrain. Sky back. I just want you to understand the concept, that's it. And when I'll be going to the software, the most important part will be the software. So the layers might change a bit, but I'm going to try to keep them as they are here. But I just want to make sure that you understand how the software works, which is more important. That's good. Let's find a way to move this. So this is all we've done. So I'm just writing it down. The problem was the sky. Yes, there's a problem. We have to put some of our sky images in your folder. That's how your initial plan is going to change. Because the initial plan is just thinking about it, writing on a piece of paper, but when you put your hands into the software, it can change. So you place those layers just on top of the background, or just we put them in the background actually. I think this is easier to put all those sky back, I mean those skies that are overlapping, into the background folder. Yeah, it is easier like that. So for this tutorial, that's what we're gonna do. Going to put it part of the backgrounds layers. Background layers. Let me just open this and move them. Click, shift, click, you get them all, drag them down and put them in. Now it's not in, now it's in. Good. That's what we want. We might rename them actually, but I'll see that. I delete this. So now we don't need to call it sky top, we can just call it sky, I think. Get rid of this top. Good. Hopefully we have only 3. That's good. Let's get rid of this top. That's just the sky. The sky has those little clouds. I should have called it clouds, but I'm just going to leave it like that as a sky. That's good. So now I'll be able to use those layers in the software. That's good. So there won't be much difference. The layers will stay the same. I might make it a bit lighter. I don't know if this white tree is gonna stay. You see this white tree in the middle that I made. But let's see. So now let's export those layers. So that's why it's really important to name them. You select all. You name them. So when you reorganize those folders after the export, you'll be able to put them back in folders easily because you see the names. So here you just don't trim the parts. So remove part outside of the canvas. That's it. PNG 100 size 1. You get your layers. Let me see my folders. Assets, you can see here. Good. See here how they're organized. You have all the names. So it's easy to recreate those folders. You just get them like that in groups. So you'll be able to recreate your folders. But you have your assets. That's what you want. It's good. All the layers, the names. I'm just showing you really quickly the names. How you can find them in your export. And same here, you remember we had those skyback. Backgrounds. Just extract it in the folder like that. You see, he's gonna take all the file named background, for example. So you can make your folders like that. I'm just counting that. It's better to have them all having the same keywords, because you can see here it's a bit mixed up. Okay. That's not the right one. Just give me a second. So I'm doing all this in one go. So just let me organize myself very quickly. I'm not sure of what I'm doing at the moment. Yes. So you extract, you put them in a folder. You have to separate the different pictures and let's do the same as what you did before. So I'm just gonna get rid of this and extract them here. Just put this here and now extract it. Just recompose those folders. Let's extract everything. Maybe only the backgrounds. Otherwise, I won't be able to find open them again because I have too many folders already in my computer. So just want to show you the example here, background. Let's see if I got them somewhere. That's the one. Okay. So that's how you're gonna do. You just select them, you extract, you give a name to the folder. On the folder, you just give in the right name every time. So for background, for terrain, for plants, give it the right name and so on. So just let's now do the terrain. We extract. We call it terrain. Good. Next, plants. Same. Plants. They're called the same. Plants. So you see here my naming is not perfect, but if you have the right naming, you will be able to do it properly. So I might forget some layers doing that, which is not a good example, but just do it the right way. Let's give it the right name here. This one, dark blue, rain. So I re-extract it. Try to show you what's happening, what's gonna happen actually if you try to extract just a few layers as I did now. You're just gonna get them all. And so you better just select them from here. Alright, but here I have the right names. I just wanted to have the right names, but you see I selected just those ones, but I got all the sets. Sky. Good. Okay, I think we got our folders. Just let me check quickly. That's the terrain. Good. So we got the terrain. We got the sky. That's inside the folder. We just want those three. The other ones are part of the background. We got the plants here. Okay. So now let's export those layers. We have done that, and so we organize the layer. We make one layer for each type. We make a folder. We downloaded the software. No, we didn't. So that's what we need to do now. Just in the middle. After we organize our folder in VS Code, and we're gonna launch the NFT production lifecycle. Here we are. So first, let's see how much it costs. I just want you to understand something. Is we're going to use a software. It's open source. It's free. But actually, to make an NFT collection or a smart contract, how much are people paying in the industry? So I find it interesting just to see. Just smart contract NFT, what's the price range? Just very quickly. I'm just gonna look at how much this cost list NFT. Yeah, this is a bit between 50 and 150. So for 10,000 NFTs, here's estimated to 500,000 to 1.5 million. So it's pretty expensive to make 10,000 of them. I believe this is the cost of a team behind it. So let's say Polygon NFTs. So here it says 436. Just the contract, but no, I don't think so. I believe it's maybe around $50,000, something like that. So how much does it cost? Here, let's check this Shiba Inu token. Oh, here it's called the Shiba Inu. Value, no. Total cost. Deployment cost $1,000 here. This is more realistic. It depends on how many you deploy, but yeah. Smart contract, Polygon, NFT cost, maybe creation of smart contract. Deploy an NFT project. It costs 1,300. Reddit. Block. So it's not very expensive on Polygon to deploy apparently. That's why everybody is using Polygon at the moment, because the Ethereum blockchain hasn't released yet the layer 2 solution, which is gonna drastically actually decrease the costs. And this is something more realistic. Development of smart contract is not cheap activity, though, as it can vary in price from $7,000 for a simple one to $45,000 for a complicated smart contract. The price can reach $100,000 when smart contracts are developed for large organizations and require a narrow focus on their development. So you see, it's not free. There are some costs involved. So just to let you know about that. Let's see here in Cora, how much does it cost smart contract? What are they saying here? Okay, this answer comes from Cora actually, the one I just read before. Here we are. Here, generally a simple smart contract with no complex business logic may cost you around 7,000. More advanced contract, $45,000. I'm showing you this step just to make some search by yourself to understand that some people are providing us very precious resources in the software, in the open source world, and they're making it easy for the people who want to actually make it by themselves, which is revolutionary somehow. But companies are maybe they have to incur more costs, the balance sheet, or I don't know. but they're paying a pretty good amount for that. So it's not cheap to make a smart contract. You can also get some issues with your contract, and that's why people are paying so much, because there's also safety issues. You have to, I don't know if you've seen, there's many people who are professional but getting scammed anyway. So you have to understand that. So all these videos is not a financial advice. It's just for learning purposes if you're interested in it. But I can't guarantee any result for you. But by myself, I could make NFTs. I could deploy them in the Polygon network, and the contract is verified and everything. So contract is why people are paying so much professional to make a smart contract for their project. Here it is up to you to use the resources that I'm going to show you. I could by myself, as I told you, deploy my collection, but I had to face some issues. So, for example, OpenSea, they're not all showing on OpenSea. When in the smart contract it works perfectly. So some middlemen, marketplaces can also have so many requests that they can't handle all the requirements, what people are maybe wanting to produce or to publish, or there are some bugs happening also. They can't fix them straight away, so it might take a few months before it being fixed. So like OpenSea updates to mint NFT from collection. So you have to be aware that there's some issues happening. So now let's see where to find the engine to make our collection. So it is YouTube actually. Yes, everything's on YouTube. It is a YouTuber. I recommend you to follow his channel actually. So to follow his channel and to like his videos, and also join his Discord, because I think, in my opinion, is the first contributor to this community at the moment, and is the one who actually explaining it the best, I believe. And so links will be in the description of this video. I will leave the links. So now let's check that. Let's check that. Here. So this is the channel, Hashlips. So that's the video I used. That's the video I followed. It was in October. Even the ones before, because I follow those, so his tutorials on Solidity. So you just tap Hashlips, HASHLIPS, and in the search bar on YouTube, and you find how to create an NFT collection, the ultimate guides. But he did some updates. So this is the repository at that moment, but he did a lot of updates. That's the version I used, the 1.06 or 1.01. But here, yes. So you just go here in his GitHub. You see, Hashlips Art Engine here, and you see there's the code. And after you go in the releases, and when you click on releases, you will see some. You see, as there's 12 releases. You just press on it. You see different ones. So here 1.0.6. That's the one I used. And after you just download the code from here, and you unzip it, and there's a README giving you some instructions in how to use the software. But from now on, I'm gonna use this time actually to show you how to use it. You will have to install Node.js, because you can install it with yarn or with npm. So you need Node.js. Me, I'm more into Python, so I'm more like a Python developer, but like Django or Flask. But you have to be open-minded and use some different languages and understand a little bit the logic. You don't have to understand everything, but at least how to use it. And Ashlips makes it easy actually to use, because he made it for beginners. So I had troubles with Node.js. So my version was the Node.js 16, and I had trouble with Canvas, Node Canvas, this package. So just you need to be brave and look for errors in Google and try to find tutorials or people explain it, just to progress at the same time, so you can fully manage what you're doing and understand what's going on. So you need Google if you find some errors, and you need to overcome those challenges. So I could make it, so for sure you will. Therefore you will as well. For sure you will be able to do it. But the way I'm going to show you, I think you'll understand it's not crazy. So here you see there's a config file in his project. That's where you're going to organize the layers. There's a rarity delimiter. So here you can see how we organize the layers. We're going to see it in details, but I'm just going to go over it very quickly. You can choose how many you generate. Some extra options, and after it tells you how to run the build, or node index.js. And after you're going to get some metadata from this build. It'll be a build folder, and in the latest versions you can actually update some informations. There's a little bit more options in the latest options, but I didn't use them. That's why I'm showing you this version that I used. But I suggest you, maybe if you want, you can use the latest version. There are some actually updated videos in his channel, and yes, you'll be able to do that. So here you see I download it. I'm just going to extract it. So for this video, now I'm showing you using VS Code, but in browser VS Code. So just the one from GitHub, and after maybe I'm going to use Gitpod, because I have some spaces there where I can work and use the terminal, or I'm going to use just VS Code in my computer. So this is the one here. I'm going to use this in the browser. I'm just going to open the folder. So you open the folder. Here you find the engine. You see here, that's the download I did. Here, that's the one. So you just say yes, I want this one. Yes. Just take a few seconds, and you see here you'll be able to see all the different folders inside. That's what is already in, which is the Ashlips own layers. But it gives you an example. This is the config file that I showed you before. You see here, that's the whole config file. That's the layers that you see here on the side. So that's the same layers. Here the background. here, all those layers. I'm gonna delete them because we're gonna place our own. Oh, it's hard. Why did you delete them? No, I have to. So now let's get rid of this. And because background we have it, so we're gonna keep it. And here you can put a description of what your collection is. So you just amend this, just change it. So let's say something nice. So weird. How did we call it? Weird garden. And garden NFT is a collection of how you see gardens when it is 4 a.m. What can I say? And you haven't. No. I'm not gonna stay in this 1 hour, but I just want to make something funny. When you wake up after party, maybe. Yeah, let's put this. After party. So that's the NFT description. That's good. So here you see the size. We can change it. Here. The width and the height. So let's put the same as our canvas. So we had the height of 512 and the 345 for the width. Oh, did we do the other way around? It's alright, doesn't matter. So here we have a delimiter. Just need to add our folders. Where are they? Where are they? Here on the top. Yes. So let's start with the background. Let's move this here. Take the background. Put it here. So I'm just gonna put all the extracted folders. And next is the terrain. No. Okay. Yes. Don't know what's happened. I didn't get the pictures, but now they're in. And the skies and everything. Good. That's good. So that's what we want. We want this space to be empty and the top to have the picture. So that's a good extraction. That's how you can see extraction is good. Because the picture is taking the space that it had in the initial canvas. Good. So now let's do the terrain. Terrain. No, the spelling is not good. Again, because I'm using a French keyboard, I'm used to actually use the English keyboard, but with the French keyboard, it's AZERTY instead of QWERTY. Here, let's put the pictures in. That's good. That's good. Let's do the plants. Let's write plants without any errors. Good. This time I did it on the first go. It's amazing. Do we have the plants in? No, I don't know why. Let's just grab the plants. I'm doing something wrong for sure, but it's okay. You have to be patient, it's gonna work. At the end, here are the plants. After we have the sky. Okay. So when you've done with actually transferring those layers into the software, you need to change the naming at the end and add this delimiter. So the delimiter, the default one is a dash, and after the dash you need to put a number, which is going to give a weight to the image. So how often is this image going to be appearing? It's going to be produced by the engine. And you give it a weight, so that's how you also do for the rarity. So you see here the layers are not in order because we are in the layer folder. The layer folder is following the alphabet, so it's not how we want it to be produced, but here it doesn't matter because it's in the config file that you're gonna actually tell to the software how you're gonna organize them. So just let's now rename it. So when you rename it, you put this one here, the dash, and you put a number after it. So I'm trying to make it equal to 100. So I have like a percentage. So if I put 5, it represents like 5%. It's 5%. So 5% of the backgrounds generated are going to be same as the ones having a -5. 10% -10. Because when you sum up in the background folder all those numbers, they're going to be equal to 100. But you do what you want actually. With me, that's how I make it, because it's just easier to organize myself like that. And let's just do this folder to show you as an example. Good. That's the one having most layers. Do we have 100? Yes, this is 100. The plants, let's just do them all, because I know you want to see it and you don't want me to accelerate the video. But that's good. What is good is that you can do it at the same path. You can do it with me. At the same time, you do your own. So you let the video go and you do your own on the side. So when I'm done, you'll be done. We can go to the next step together. That's good. So here we have 15, 5, and here 15, that's 35. 35, the plant messy weird. 15% also. It's 50. Let's do 25, 25, just to make it and have 100. Good, this is done. Let's go to the sky. The blue one. I'm just having a sip. Okay. So now 50%, 30 and 20. Good. Just a click and tap on the keyboard. I can do it with one hand. This is okay. And I can drink my tea at the same time. So let's do this. 35, 35, 70, 30. That's good. So we have our delimiters. We put a weight to each layers, which is good. So let's do a little recap. So you make your life easy by adding the weight, just to repeat what I said before, for each image in each folder. So you just use this delimiter. You can change the delimiter type. Here's the dash, that's the default one. But go in the config file, you can change it. You can put something else that you're going to determine as being the delimiter. So I'll try to make it equal to 100. Yes. So that it matches percentages. That's it. That's a little example, but you've seen already. I explained you, but just writing it down because I'm not using any subtitles, so some people might not be able to hear what I'm saying, so they can read a little bit. I don't know if you have your own YouTube channel, but doing subtitles, it's pretty hard. There's a lot of work to do, so I'm just trying to do it in one go very quickly to show you. And the mindset here, it's you to search some resources and you to also progress by yourself. You have to find a way to be autonomous. Here we are, 35, 35, 30. That's the same example. That's good. So, shall we use the terminal now and produce this? Now let's put all those layers, those layer folders, into the config file. So we can't yet do anything on the terminal to produce them. We can't turn on this engine unless we've set our configuration so that the engine knows which one comes first and last. So, background. That's the background. So you see here it's going from down to top, but when you put here your layers, the foreground will be the first layer. And after you have all those layers in between, and the last layer that you put will be the one on the top. This is the rarity delimiter as I showed you before. Here I'm just write a little comment. You can change it. You can change the delimiter. If you want some other special characters, you can change it to something else. I suggest you to just leave it as it is. After when you master this art engine, you can play with those little options. But the most important part is the layers here, to organize them the right way. So here the terrain, and after you're gonna see I'm gonna put the other ones, which is gonna be plants and the sky. That's it. So you see how it's organized here. The engine is gonna go look for the background first, and after the terrain, and after the plant, and after the sky, and it's gonna make an image. The grow edition size, I put it to 20. So that's how many images are going to be produced, 20. So this grow edition size, you can't put it, like for example here we have just 4 folders with few layers. We can't put 1,000. It's not going to be able to produce 1,000 images from that, because it's also checking if there's a double picture, so it's not going to produce the same image twice. Now we can give it a try by opening our console and running all commands to install the required packages. So we will need to do some installations. I'm going to show you what to type in your console, but my terminal is already set for those. So packages, dependencies, and then just build our NFT folder. So there will be a folder called build, which will appear on the left side. You see with all those folders just above the layers, and that's the one in which you're going to be finding your images and the metadata. So there will be a folder called images inside, another one called metadata. So let's check that. Right, so we are here. So you see I'm using actually WSL on the Windows computer. Alright, so now npm install. That's what you need to tap first. npm install is gonna use the package JSON, the JSON file to install all dependencies. Okay, or you can also use yarn install, which is gonna use the yarn.lock to install all dependencies. You see the node modules already have it, but you won't see this folder, the one on the left side here, node modules, and lets you run those commands. So npm run build, that's what you're gonna tap later to actually build, to create your NFTs. So let's start with yarn, or you can also use node index.js to create your layers. So you need to install Node.js, yarn, and I mean it depends which one you want to use. But here I'm just going to show you quickly the config. So you put your collection, description, it will appear on each picture metadata. It's very important to know that. So you can change the base URI later when you will have your images uploaded to the IFPS. So the base URI is when you use a service which is going to host all those pictures for you, and it's going to pin them, put them into the IFPS. And first you need to generate your pictures, have this metadata, and after you'll be able to update the metadata of your existing pictures without recreating the pictures. So the configurations, the layer configurations, so here you decide how many you want to create. So you should have more layers to produce more pictures, otherwise there won't be enough combination possibilities. So the grow edition is 20. I'm going to create 20 of them. The layer order, so you put the layer here in order from the background to the foreground layers. So the layer folder, I mean. So in the layer folder, they are mixed up. So on the left side, you see they're a bit mixed up, but here it's where you're going to determine how the picture is created. I put more comments here, just repeating what I said before, but at least people who can't listen to what I'm saying can read at the same time. So the background is what is behind, the terrain is what is in between, starting from the back, and the plant is also what's coming next, and the sky is foremost in position, so the most forward layer. That's the one that's going to be here. That's good. Okay, so after we have also there are plenty of options, but we will focus on that one. Here we choose the format of the image, so you can change the width and the height. You can see there's a constant called background, because if you don't have any background, it's going to generate a background that's incorporated into the software. And here we have the delimiter that you can change, but so you should put use the default one, but you put it at the end of the name of your layer. Then you add a number to determine how often that selected layer is going to appear. Okay, so there's a bit more options. You can create previews, you can do plenty of updates. You can see here on the left side, for example, sky draw blue. There's a little dash. You see all the folders here on the left side. I'm just going to zoom. That's good. So the grow edition size, I changed it to 15. So there will be 15 NFTs created. And here on the side you can see the numbers and the delimiter. So now you're good with that. You understand how it works, the delimiters and those numbers. I try to make them just equal to 100, so they represent percentages for my production. So what we're gonna do next? Just want you to look at it here, canvas. Just to tell you, that's the one I had some issues with, the node models. So I had some trouble to get that one working. So npm install canvas or not canvas. So node index.js. That's how you can actually produce those pictures. There's a index.js. You see here, I've got 7 of them. Here I'm using just screenshots for this one, because I want you to see that you see here DNA exists. That's when there's a double, because you don't have enough layers. So it's gonna skip that one and try to find another combination which is different from the previous ones. And you can see on the left side now I have a build folder. So this build folder wasn't here before. See, it's gray, it's not white, and that's inside. Let's go inside, and we can see here there's some images and the JSON. There's 2 folders, one with the proper images and the other one with metadata. The metadata, that's what is going to be used actually to identify your pictures in the IFPS, to be able to find the pictures. So here, for example, I've opened the JSON. So you see, after upload of the image, you'll be able to get the IFPS. So you update using the util command. There's a util command that you're gonna see in Hashlip's README, and it's telling you how to use it actually, how to update this one after you have uploaded your pictures. But you can see here we have the DNA, which is unique to this image. We have the description that we wrote before, and we have the attributes, which are the layers. So for example, this one, the background is a sky back red. The terrain, you see, that's the one, that's the image, that's how it looks like. That's the one. So that's the number 2 image. I can show you several images So you just see how it looks like actually when it's produced, even if it is not the best drawing in the world. It's pretty funny actually to see it here. So the sky actually looks nice. You see here the number 1 and the first picture. That's a good one, this one, 11. So I just remind you here, the channel Hashlips. So I suggest you to go to his channel to follow it. I'm subscribed to his channel myself, and there's plenty of videos interesting. I don't see any videos which is not interesting actually. So you should just be following up on what he's doing if you're interested in the NFT world. And yes, he has also a Discord. Let's see here. There's I think he released a video. One of his latest videos is showing how the latest software works also. So you can also have a look at that. Let's see if we can see yes. So let's go to the Discord. I just hide the names of the people present in the Discord. So, but here you can see it's a pretty nice Discord. There's lots of different tips, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed. See you next time.